Hey everyone, it's Darryl Christopher here from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and this is episode one of a new concept, a new show I'm going to try out called My Video Diary of Sleep Deprivation. Since it happens so often, I decided to video document my times when I don't get any sleep and I'm too tired to be awake, but too awake to sleep and too awake to be tired. And I'm in that liminal state. So I thought I'd want to record where my mind goes, talk about current events, life lessons, wisdom, philosophy. Anything goes, really. Um, so now it's been about um, 28 hours since I last slept. I woke up yesterday at noon and I stayed up last night. I couldn't sleep. So I stayed up and I played PS4. I basically played Resident Evil Remastered, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Hobbit. I really don't play that often. It's been probably about 2.5 months since I played, but when I play a lot and I make it like a marathon session. Since I'm going to be up, I might as well just go. And basically, it was a good session. I got almost about 5% of Marvel superheroes done, and I completed about 5 levels in Resident Evil, which was utterly amazing. So I did really well, and I watched some TV. I rewatched Mockingjay. I found it a little better when I had a little more focus on it. The first time I watched it, it didn't really seem to have a lot of action and not much was really happening. But the second time, I could see how they're setting things up for the final movies, and I actually enjoyed it a little more than the first time. So that's a good sign. And Jennifer Lawrence is a good actress, so it's a good series. And watched some Days of Our Lives. Now, when I was a young boy in about grade 6, I used to get up in the summer around noon and then wake up in time to watch Days of Our Lives. And since we only had 3 channels, that was about the best show on. And ever since then, I'm in my fourth decade now. I've been watching it ever since. I'm a little bit behind. I got about 6 episodes to go to get caught up, but I watched about maybe 5 episodes throughout the night last night. And also watched a little bit of wrestling. I picked up the WWE channel, WWE Network, because one of my friends suggested it would be a good channel to get, and it actually is quite entertaining with the pay-per-views that they offer for as part of the package. It's the channel that delivers the most entertainment and the most bang for your buck. So I'm really happy to be back and being a wrestling fan, and it's very interesting. So I did that. Put some stuff on my computer, and then from time to time, put on the cable TV chill out channel from Stingray 715 in the Ottawa 613 area. That's pretty decent choice. I'm not really a fan of their dance music channel because I picked too many mainstream tracks, and they have a few gems, but not really so good. I guess that's the DJ and me coming out, thinking that I could do better. Maybe they give the people what they want, but I agree to disagree. But it's okay. I mean, it's a nice service and people like it, so nothing wrong with that. I'm glad to have it on the cable package. So, as you can see, this is what it's like to go 28 hours without sleep. I'm going to record segments every few hours until I finally go to bed. I'm not comfortable with filming myself just yet the way I look when I haven't slept for a while, because I feel that I look awful, and I guess it's a human thing to be vain. But let's go outside for a second. As you can see, pretty rainy, mild kind of day. I even had my sweater on. And there's my family garden there. There you go. It's my cat Tinkerbell. She's all curled up. She's a really good cat. And she's been a good friend to me. This is what Transnation Nepean looks like. It's my favorite part of Ottawa. My best years have been here. It's been fabulous. And I guess we'll see where this goes. I mean, if people like it, I'm not really one to, drop something because it doesn't get enough views. I'm just gonna film it and try something different. But yeah, I thought like after 9 days from now, that'll be the anniversary of my first show that I ever started on YouTube called Comic Book Hall Review, and I thought, well, like if I've gone a year with one show, why don't I start making more shows? Why don't I start maybe, a video diary, a video log? Because I think that we as humans like to connect with one another and like to learn about each other, even if we only see each other through the computer or learn about each other through the computer. We want to make that connection with people, and we want to see what happens. Like we want to learn about the past, where they are in the present, and where they're going in the future. And I guess with me, it's a difficult time when it comes. I get a lot of worry. I mean, I truly believe in the human ability, the power that we each of us has, that each of us can tap into to alter reality. But my mind makes these blocks, and right now I have a job drought going on. I really am spending too much time in the house, and I like opportunities to get out of the house and things to do. So I put in an application for a new job, and I'm really hoping I get it. I have an excellent work record. I've worked a lot of temp jobs ever since I graduated from college, and I want to develop a career. I want to establish myself more than I already have, and pay my bills and do what I have to do. And I think that it all comes down to, do I believe it enough? And with this job that I applied for, yes, I do. I think if they give me a shot, I'll give it everything and more, and I'll be one of their best. So we'll see where it goes, but it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of worry because I don't like uncertainty. I like to know where things go. When I feel like they're 100%, they happen just like that. But when there's any doubt in my mind, any mental blocks, then things don't happen. So I have that sometimes where I have doubt, and I have things where I worry, where I wonder sometimes, where am I going to get the money to pay the bills, and what am I going to do? And usually I believe so strongly in things working out that things do work out. But other times I have that uncertainty for a while. But maybe that uncertainty exists just so that I can find the path that I'm supposed to be on and continue the journey the way I'm meant to continue the journey. So I guess it's wait and see. There'll be other opportunities. I've done excellent work ever since I've been in college. My life used to be a mess. I was in a very rough period for a time. I called it my decade of hell, and I survived it, and I healed, and I evolved, and I adapted. I went back to school. I graduated 2 programs in honors, and now I'm out making a career for myself, and just working hard and trying to do the best for my family, for myself, for everything that I want to accomplish in life. And I'm a person that thinks a lot. I'm not one to shut up my brain. I'm thinking about 1,000 things at once, and that keeps me up, and it pumps my adrenaline. And when I've had a few coffees, when I've had whatever into my system, then I'm gonna stay up. And there's no point in sleeping during the day because I don't like the light. It wakes me up. So unless I'm super exhausted, I'm just gonna stay up until it gets dark. And either that, or I usually like to go until I just get completely exhausted. So that's a little about me. It's not a sunshiny day, but we'll make the most of it. I already have. And we'll see where things go. I'll film another segment in another few hours, and I'll film my final segment right before I go to bed. So, this right here is the first segment of episode 1 of my sleep deprivation video diary. So, I hope you're enjoying learning a little bit about me and what I'm thinking, how I'm even able to think after that much, uh, I guess you could say being without sleep. And I'm going to try this different concept here, and I'm going to probably develop more shows for my channel. I don't claim to be the most professional person when it comes to them, but I try to make things that even if one person watches, that makes me happy, and anything above that is just icing and with a cherry on top of whipped cream and icing and cake and delicious chocolate all put together. So, like I look at my stats sometimes and I see someone watch it, that just makes my day. Like, because it's nice, and I watch other people's videos too. Like, I spent the night, I watched at least about 15 videos from other people on YouTube. So I'm not like a narcissist where I only look at my own stuff or whatever. I believe in humanity. I believe in one of my old, I guess you could say, philosophies when I was like in my writing life, was that interconnection is existence, and that each of us and each of us, we're bound together. We're bound to the universe, and we are existence. We are the thoughts of the divine. We are the imperfection of the perfection of the divine. Well, that didn't come out right. That's the sleep deprivation talking. I don't know. That doesn't sound good. I rate that a 4 out of 10 in terms of meaningful discussion, so I'd apologize for that. Anyways, that's probably my cue to give it a break. I'll film another segment in a few hours, and if this is interesting to you, it's always a joy to me in a weird kind of way, because I like to exceed human limits. I believe that nothing is impossible when it comes to what human beings can do in the universe, especially with our powers of pure belief and our ability to alter reality. Each and every one of us can. And I'm no better than anyone else. And no one is better than anyone else. So I leave it to you. If you believe in something, if you want something so badly, 100% of your mind is towards it, you will get it. That's just the way we are. That is what makes us one of the most interesting species in existence. So I'll leave it at that right now. Tinkerbell is grooming herself. She's having a nice, relaxing day. She's a really good cat. She's been a good friend to me. They say if you make friends with a strange cat, it'll lead to good fortune, and she's been good to me in that regard. So anyways, I'll check in a few hours, and if I'm not as interesting as I should be, then find someone more interesting. But if you like what you see, watch on. I'll take it to the limit one more time and keep going. This happens so frequently that I'm just going to do it. This is the second show from the Reverie Soul YouTube channel, and let's see where it goes. So I'll check in a few hours. Take care, everyone. Hey, everyone. It's 1 a.m. Saturday morning. I've gone 33 hours now without sleep, and I'm still going. I just wrapped up my marathon gaming session about 10 minutes ago, giving it a little break for a while. My perception has changed a little bit, where the colors from the game are pixelating my vision in a sense, I guess you could say. I'm tired, but I still want to go the distance and go a little more. Wait until Saturday at dawn, go to sleep, and then sleep the whole day. This is not the longest I've ever gone without sleep. I've gone 4 days before, and it hasn't always been good. 11 years ago, I had an encounter with the shadow people. I'd gone 4 days on a bender, and I saw these smoke-like shadow forms flow into my body through my mouth, and I was paralyzed at the time, and it was by far the scariest thing that I've ever gone through. It definitely wasn't an illusion. It wasn't a hallucination. It was real, and it scared the life out of me. But I did some research online, and I found out that they're believed to be interdimensional beings, and they're not necessarily evil. They're just curious about humanity, and I guess they have some sort of organic technology that they can render people paralyzed to find out what they want to find out, to assuage their curiosity. But most of the time it's okay. I'm alright. I have the house to myself. My roommate went off to go see his sister. Just chilling out now. Let's take a look outside. Looks like it's still raining. I hope the sun comes out tomorrow. I'm supposed to go sell some of my stuff on Sunday at the Great Geek Market sale. So I'm looking forward to that. Pay some bills. It's so quiet at night. But this is a regular occurrence for me. Sometimes I just get it in me where I just want to be competitive with myself and exceed my limits and go beyond them. And it's stress, it's caffeine, it's adrenaline, it's just not having enough structure. I need to get a nice contract or a new position where I can have a regular schedule, and then I can space these sort of events out a little more. And I guess being a bachelor too, I really don't have anyone to tell me like to go to bed. It's all up to me. I'm my own man, I guess you could say. And doesn't have to be that way, but I guess maybe I've just gotten used to it, and I don't want to make a new connection, I guess you could say, because it's not a problem to make the connection, but it's all the things that are involved with it, and I want to get it right. I had a long-term relationship when I was very young. I made a lot of mistakes. And for whoever is going to be that one, I want it to be the relationship of wisdom where I learn from all of my mistakes and I do the right thing. And I go forward and I make it last for as long as I can. I guess that's just my way. But until then, I keep busy. I read a lot tonight, played a lot of games, and the night's going well. I think I'm going to keep going a little more and see how much more I can push myself, because I think I can. Hopefully I'm Hopefully I'm coherent enough. I'm not going to edit this, so I'm going to leave it raw and real, and that way you can see how it is. Obviously, if I haven't slept in 33 hours, I'm not going to be, exactly on point and exactly perfect and exactly everything that I'm supposed to be when I'm out in the world. But I'm at home. There's no one here. I'm not going to open the door if anyone comes by. It's just me. This is my private time. This is me letting you into my world so that you can understand it a little more. And I guess I'm a very introspective person. I guess I like to explore my own mind, and I like to explore physical limits, and I like to explore, in a sense, my spiritual side because I do all this. I sometimes write, I sometimes make art, I sometimes make videos, and when I'm done, it's my time of rest, as if it's a mission. And when the seventh day comes to rest. But I don't know. It's different. I guess I got used to it more from the all night culture. And when I was younger, I didn't like my stepfather very much, and I didn't like being around that part of the family. So I chose to get up later and rule the night rather than be subservient during the day and be around people that I didn't want to be around, that I didn't want part of the family, that yelled all the time, that hurt me. And that just continued for decades. It evolved where my body rhythm became basically hospitality hours, where you get up at noon and go to work at 4, you get off at midnight, or if you go and put in long hours, you get off at 4 in the morning. And that's just the way it's been for me for decades now. And it's certainly different. I remember when I was working my government job, and it was getting up at 5 in the morning, and it was the hardest thing. Literally every day I got slower and slower and slower and more tired and more sleep deprived. Like, if I go to bed at night and I sleep during the day, or I take a day to sleep, then, you know, I'm all right. I get enough sleep. I feel good. I'm rested. I can do it all over again if I want to, but not really. I keep it more as a weekend warrior kind of thing. I'd rather, like, in all honesty, I'm kind of an eccentric person, but I think at a certain point, everyone just wants a normal, chill life, and not anything where it's just like ridiculousness and what have you. I think everyone wants that. We just want to belong and connect with the rest of the people and be a part of society rather than this sort of thing. But, like, I have my day for that. And there's a lot of people that I know, like quite a lot of people that I know that are night people. And, we're all together. So we have what we have, and it's not too bad. So things are all right. I think I'm going to read for a little while more. And I'm going to think up what more I'm going to talk about in this. I decided to change it. I don't want to go with episodes. It's a video log. It's like a ship log or a diary log. It's really my video diary. So it's not an episode. I'm going to label it an entry. I thought of that while I was, between video games, I guess you could say. So I'll check in a bit and I'll see where I'm at. Obviously, I think it's pretty amazing that I can even say anything with so much sleep deprivation, but it's something I've just gotten used to, and the longest I've ever gone without sleep is 4 days. I've never done crystal meth, so thankfully I've never gone 2 weeks or a month without sleep. God, I go totally insane. I remember when I was a kid and I read a psychological journal about a radio host who did a week without sleep, and it really messed him up, where like months and months afterwards he was depressed. He was in rough shape. He thought like people, like the undertakers, were coming to get him at the end of the week of sleep deprivation. I never want to go there. When I have enough, I know it's like enough. But yeah, it's definitely, and considering too that I had that encounter with the shadow people, You know, it can get scary at times, but I've just learned over time the balance to get it right, and that's what I do. So, anyways, I'll leave you for now, and I'll check in a bit and let you know where I'm at. I'm going to push myself a little more. I'm going to read, play some more games, enjoy the house to myself, and think of more things to say for you on this first entry of my sleep deprivation video diary. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll try to say something as insightful as I can. I'm supposedly a person with a decent intellect and a decent level of being creative, so I'll do the best I can to think of something good for you to say. I don't want you watching this video and just getting bored and thinking to yourself, this is a waste of my time. I hope, in all hope, that by doing this, by trying something different, by trying a new style of show for my channel, that I'm giving you something that you can get something out of, at least. You know, even if one person watches and you get something out of it, then, you know, my mission is complete. So anyways, I'll check back in a few hours. It's 10 after 1 in the morning, Saturday morning. It's raining. I'm not going to bother getting up tomorrow. I'm going to stay up as long as I can, and then when I sleep because I have to get up early Sunday morning for the Geek Market sale. So I have things to do. Tomorrow I have nothing to do. I have no obligations to anyone. You know, I could be gone from the world. All I have to do, if it's a hot day, is water the plants, you know, take care of Kitty's litter box, have him, you know, make some food for myself, and just relax and enjoy life and enjoy this time off, because in all likelihood I probably will get some new work soon, and it'll all be all about business then and just working. So thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned for the next segment. I'll see how coherent I can be with more sleep deprivation, but I'll do the best I can for you, because that's what I do. That's what I'm wanting to do with this video diary. So see you in a bit, everyone. Hey everyone, it's noon on Saturday, and as you remember, I woke up at noon on Thursday, and now it's Saturday at noon, and I'm at the 44-hour mark without sleep. I decided that I'm going to go to sleep at 4. Winding down now. I wrapped up my gaming marathon about an hour ago, and threw on Avatar to round out the day. Get some good sleep at 4, and then go to the Geek Garage sale tomorrow to sell some stuff. So, here's Tinkerbell. As you can see, it's an overcast and muggy day, and I got about 7% of Lego Marvel Superheroes completed. I didn't want to risk playing Resident Evil at night all by myself and get paranoid, so I played it in the morning, and I killed around 6 zombies and 2 dogs. So that was pretty good, and Wesker left me some weapons, or some ammo. So 7%, that's a lot. That's the most I've ever completed in one session, so that's pretty epic. It's nice to be out of school. I graduated last April, so 3 years of school. Now I can just enjoy life and just work and come home and do my thing. I thought about what I was going to say for this segment, and being Métis, I've always wanted to follow the path of the shaman. During my decade of hell, I was broken, I was defeated, I was pathetic. I hit bottom. I was completely a lost soul. And now I guess I'm a man on a mission. And part of the mission, I guess you could say, one I guess, hero of mine in life is the Lord, the path of the way, and not what you read in the Bible, because the Bible borrows a lot of stories and they leave a lot out, but the real story of the religious political activism. And I believe that life is about making the world a better place, making a difference, and leaving the earth better than you found it. And I believe in the path of the Lord in the respect that He made it real through pure belief that He became divine. He fought injustice. He made the poor strong. He accepted all. And He evolved His own religion and chose not to accept occupation but to do something about it. And in my own little ways, that's what I follow. But the main path that I follow is that if one is human, then one should not believe in being bound by human limits. And the fact that I'm even talking right now proves that I could do it. And not only do I do it, it's like, for me, running a marathon. And it's endurance. That's the human advantage, I guess you could say, where um, we're not the fastest, but we can run the longest. So if I make it out to say that I'm going to stay up for as long as I can, then I'm going to do it. But life, you have to be responsible. I cleaned up the litter box today, watered the plants. I got my sale I got to get ready for tomorrow. And, basically this is just time to relax. So in addition to the gaming last night, I did a lot of reading. I watched an episode of Sons of Anarchy. I've been working on Star Trek The Fall, the Poison Chalice. I've read about half the book. So I guess I read about maybe 20 pages last night. And I read about 3 comic books. I got through half of 4 trade paperback compilations. So after that, I'll have a lot less to read, and I think I'm going to devote more time to writing. I'm going to get back into writing big time. I've been doing a lot of reading over the last year, basically because being out of school, you can read for pleasure again. And I've been just absorbing knowledge. I believe that if we have an afterlife, I believe in the afterlife, then I want to make it as beautiful and as entertaining as possible. So I'm just a sponge for everything human culture, comics, movies, shows, reading, everything I get my hands on. And I've let my papers stack up, but I believe it's a human duty to know the news, to know what goes on in the world. A lot of what happens, I try to avoid the papers for some time, and I let them build up, and then I just read them in a day, is because I'm disgusted by what happens here, where people use hate and violence to kill one another because they think their beliefs are better than someone else's. No one is better than anyone else. And, I believe what I believe, but I don't force anyone to believe what I believe. And people killing over that and trying to take over the world, that's ridiculous stuff. It's stupid, it's pathetic, it's savage. And my own way, I'm doing something about it. But, yeah. It's a different world. Like when at least you have some escape when you play a game like Resident Evil, where it's just zombies. They operate on instinct, and there's no hate, there's no anger. It's just they just have that need to feed and to turn you. And in the real world, we have hate, violence, shades of gray, agendas, self-interest, what have you. And it's nice just to give a zombie a bullet to the head. Not that I'm the greatest player. I only was successful with a couple headshots last night, but I usually go through way too many bullets, and I don't use the knife enough. But I did all right, and it was nice that Wesker left me some ammo at the end of the session that I got through. Even though we know I've already played this game a million times, even though we know that he's the main villain after all. But this was the first game, but I've been playing the remastered and I've been enjoying it. So what I'm going to do now is I put on Avatar to just round out the day. I'm going to take a sleeping pill. I drank about 5 cups of coffee and I took about 4 happy pills. Happy pills you get at Popeye supplements. And now I'm going to wind down and just chill. I'm going to read some more. I'm going to try and get through some of those trade paperbacks and film the last segment before I go to bed. But the thing I thought of when I was thinking about zombies is that zombies are a lot like nature. Nature operates on instinct. It's like there's no hate or anger when the rains and the storms come. It's just nature. It's just instinct. What nature wants to do. And nature can be good and take care of us at times, but at other times the instinct is there. The need to feed on giving the earth rain, giving the earth lightning, giving the earth storms. It's just a natural cycle. It's like life and death, birth and rebirth, I guess you could say. It's like if we don't have a day like today, we won't have sunshine another day. So we should be grateful for days like this, even though it's muggy and not the greatest of weather. We have this beautiful land, we have this beautiful earth, and it's like in the teachings, it's that we should be grateful for the bad times. I'm grateful for my decade of hell because it was an investment in a lifetime of a good life. And I survived, I evolved, I adapted, I got educated, and now I'm not a lost soul. I'm a person who knows what he wants and knows where he's going, and I'm okay. And I got a good cat. It's nice to take care of a good friend. She's a very demanding cat. I had to fill 3 of her water bowls and clean her litter, and she only eats the pate cat food, and she's addicted to treats, but she's a good cat. She's been a very good friend to me. So, a little bit of everything. This is what I do when I close myself off from the world. I stay in the house for a few days. I do stuff, and then I shave and shower and just get out there and do it. So who knows when the next session is going to be, but it's frequent. I guess it's like exercise to me, and I fast a lot as well. Like I finally broke the fast this morning. I cooked up some pinties and had a few chicken tenders. But yeah, I've been, when I went back to school, I gained a lot of weight, and I've been trying to lose all that weight. So one of the ways that you can lose weight is just not to eat. So I go on that journey, that shamanic journey, I guess you could say, where I go without sleep. The only change, I guess you could say, is that my senses are super heightened, and from playing that Lego game all night, I see the effects when I'm watching anything right now. It looks like Magneto is using his powers, or Jean Grey, or I see the charger that Storm puts her lightning into, and coins. It's really quite bizarre, but that's what happens, is that when you go so long without sleep, you get into an altered state of reality, and you start to see the world differently. And I've learned through years of learning the hard way that the best thing to do during times like this, you can hold a conversation, but the best thing to do is not be on the internet. I try to avoid it, not make any posts, I usually put my foot in my mouth and say something that I should just keep to myself. So I keep it all on the down low. Sometimes though, I just gotta go for it, but it doesn't matter. I don't take it. It's just the virtual world. This is the real world. This is what counts. If someone doesn't like me because of what I say, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. My friends are my friends. They're the ones that were there for me during the rough times, the dark times. Same as my family. And that's that. So, a little bit of everything in this segment. But I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy the day, enjoy the time. And I'll film one final segment at around 4 when I go to bed. So this is it. This is second to last segment of my video diary, my first entry of my sleep deprivation video diary. So it's got a little bit of everything, but I guess that's why you're on YouTube watching this, is because people like to talk about themselves. So you get to learn about me, and I'll watch your videos if you pass them along, and I'll see what you're up to. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit, everyone. Take it easy. Hey everyone, this is the view from my room. It is now just a little after 4 on Saturday, and I've gone 48 hours without sleep. So, 2 days officially, and I did it. Believe me, I am zombifying, but I did think of a few things I wanted to say for this segment. I wanted to say one thing as a DJ. I know a lot of us do this because we do like to party. I think from now on, I didn't do it today, even though I wanted to. Sometimes I've gotten into this habit of going 2 days without sleep and then feeling up to it and recording a set. Don't do that. You know, have your rest, get some practice in, and then record a set. I've done it too many times, and the results are pretty good, but if there's one mistake that bugs me, it's one mistake too many. And that's my DJ advice out there to all you DJs and all you people who love music. Rest and practice, and you'll be ready, and you'll do it proper. And I wanted to say that I was talking about my fast earlier, and I wanted to say, after going 2 days without eating, when I had my chicken tenders today and I had a President's Choice bourbon vanilla ice cream afterwards, that you have no idea how good food tastes, how delicious it is. Explosions of taste when you've gone a really long time without eating and you have something good. So, as they say with dieting, portion control, but it's like when you're going to eat, make sure it's something really good. You don't have to eat all the time. You're not a teenager anymore. Teenagers eat all the time because they have a very, very fast metabolism. When you get older, your metabolism slows down. You don't need to eat as much food. I'm always getting less food these days because I'm just not as hungry, and I've learned to undo that habit of eating a lot of food, thinking that I need it when all it does is just add unnecessary weight. So, and then I also want to talk about going a couple days without a shave and a shower. You have no idea how new a man you feel if you take a break from showering and shaving, just lounge around the house and do your thing. I know a lot of people do it, and people have no idea when they go to work and they're all clean and they got their spray on and they're all dressed nice. Like when you're at home, it doesn't really matter. When you're doing your thing, no one sees you. But you have no idea how good I'm going to feel tomorrow when I wake up. I set my alarm for 3:10 in the morning to get ready for the Geek Market sale. And I'm going to get a good rest. But I'm going to shave, I'm going to shower, I'm going to put on my spray. It's going to be hot tomorrow, so I'm going to put on my shorts and a good shirt. Probably a Star Wars shirt, most likely. And hey, forgive me, I'm slowing down. That's the zombification taking over. In the last few hours, I watched the extended cut of Avatar, and when your perception of reality has changed the way it does when you have sleep deprivation, you feel things more. And I admit I had so many emotion quakes watching that movie. Like when your emotions are so strong and they just go over the top and you just almost shudder with the way you feel. That's something you get with sleep deprivation. And maybe it's also something that's part of my condition as well. Because I know that, the way I am, I have an abundance of emotions, but I really feel the art, feel the movies when I watch them, and it was a good relaxing thing. But most of the time I was reading, I got through the trade paperback compilation of Transmetropolitan back on the street. It was a great read. I'm going to review it for episode 7 after I do episode 6 of Comic Book Hall Review. And I was going to say that getting older, it's not so bad. I'm in my 4th decade. I'm not a young man anymore. A very famous writer called Your 40s, the Old Age of Youth, and that's exactly what it is. You're not as stupid as you were, so you gain the gift and the blessing of wisdom. You've learned, and I've learned many things the hard way. How to be a better person. You become more just and fair most of the time. Some people don't, but that's the way I am. And I wanted to say in this segment that when I was talking earlier about living this life to create the afterlife, my goal is to create an existence where I return to a world of my creations. I want to live with them. And my whole purpose, like Roland going to the Dark Tower, is to go to a world called Atlan Prime and make it home. And I will be, once I'm done reading everything, I'll be getting back more into the writing and working on my book. I didn't do as well when I was younger because I didn't have the skills and the wisdom and the experience that I do now. So I think that I will give this book proper justice. And of course today I'm too tired to write. I stopped playing video games. I put on, after Avatar, I put on, what did I put on? Final Fantasy, Advent Children. See? That's the thing about old age. You forget things, but a couple minutes later you remember, or a few seconds later in this case. But anyways, as you can tell, I'm completely exhausted. Although I did decide to stay up a little longer. I'm going to get through one more trade paperback compilation. Right now, I'm reading, all that I have left is the Sandman Mystery Theater, and The Walking Dead Volume 5. Walking Dead I bought recently, but the other two, those are the last books left after the huge hauls that I got at Ottawa Comic Con and the sale at Free Comic Book Day when I went to the comic book shop on Clyde and Nepean. So, it's been a pretty decent day. I've been very productive. If you can call rest and relaxation productive and reading. It's funny, when I was younger, I used to go out and dance all night and party. And now it's just like the biggest thing for me. I just love staying up all night reading, get as much knowledge in as I can. Make that afterlife. Learn everything that I can to create the existence. That's the power that every human being has. You can do it. Don't ever waver in this belief. You will find the joys, the happiness all the things that you deserve if you believe them. If you believe that you're a bad person and you're doomed, then you're going to be doomed. If you believe that there is no afterlife, then that's it. But I believe, and nothing can stop me. I'm a man on a mission in that front. Anyways, I'm going to record one last segment, very short, when I go to bed. I'm going to do a little more reading, stay up a little longer. I've gone 48 hours so far. And I'm going to read one more book, and then that's it. And then get up and go to the Geek Market garage sale tomorrow downtown. So if you're looking for toys, DVDs, or Blu-rays, come on down and say hi. I'll have a selection. I might shoot a video, but I don't think I have time. So I'm just going to go out and sell. And most likely I'll shoot a video for the stuff I'll sell for the West End edition of the Geek Market garage sale. So this is, I guess I altered my agreement just like Darth Vader. And I'm going to shoot one last segment just to say goodbye when I go to bed and good night. But it's been an interesting experience. I don't know how entertaining this all is, but it's YouTube, so I'm just going to put it out there. And if one person watches it, then more power to that person. May they have all the great blessings. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit, everyone. Take care. Hey, everyone. It's a little after 7, and now it's 51 hours without sleep, if my math is correct. So I'm done. Whatever more that I wanted to say, I'll say in the next entry. This is the end of the first entry of my sleep deprivation video diary. I read the entire volume 2 of the Sandman trade paperback compilation by writer Neil Gaiman. Kind of fitting. I'm going to bed now, and whatever dreams I have, I guess they're mine to enjoy after taking myself to the limit, going beyond it, and going even beyond it even further. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll try to come up with some improvements for the next entry, or to try different things, so we'll see how it goes, but thank you for watching. Hey everyone, it's about 8:30 on Sunday. I just started watching WWE Battleground, and that's my entertainment for the night. I'm just doing a quick follow-up segment. I slept a very deep sleep. I don't even remember my dreams for about 16 hours. I got up this morning. I got up in time to go to the sale, but because I slept so long in the same position, my back was just killing me, and I still have a bit of pain even now, so that's my only bad side effect for the night. I just wanted to say thank you everyone for watching this, for being a part of that journey. In essence, once more, in a way it's a journey deep into yourself to discover what you're about, and it's been an interesting experience video documenting something that has become very routine in my life, akin to the same for marathon runners watching race after race. So cleaned up obviously, and it did feel fabulous to feel like a new man, to finally get a shave and shower, and I feel a lot more civilized today. I can finally face the camera and be okay. Maybe I'll film myself in the future when I'm in my pig pen kind of state, but wait and see. So this is the first entry. I'll see where it goes. I have to stay up tonight because my mother is coming in around 5 in the morning for a flight, and I gotta get her home. So gotta do what I gotta do, and so I'll be up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film another segment tonight because I'm not gonna. Probably what I'm gonna do as soon as I get back home from the airport, I'm gonna go and get a good rest in, and yeah, so this is the first one. It's been an interesting experience to put together this video for you, so thank you everyone. And I guess the only thing that I can do is I'll use the time ahead to think what things I can do better for these entries, what things I can leave out and what things that I can do differently. Think up topics of discussion when I'm in that state, that liminal state between sleep and wakefulness. And stay tuned for more on the Reverie Soul YouTube channel. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, awesome subscribers. Thank you, people that are bored at work and willing to watch anything. Thank you to people who just love random YouTube videos. And thank you to everyone for being a part of the journey. And I'll keep it going. You know, this is kind of the way things are in our 24/7 online world, is that sleep has become a very precious commodity because we all have responsibilities and obligations and work. And as a graduate of event management, sometimes events take months to put together, and other times you have to work around the clock to put together events. So that's the nature of the world these days. Sometimes we just work and do our thing, or sometimes when we have time off, we just decide to take it to the max and stay up for as long as we can. So thank you, everyone. I'll keep making videos. It's what I do. It's what I got. And thank you for tuning in. Of course, it's an interesting experience. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it is the next time. And take care, everyone. Know this, that your health and your happiness and your feeling complete are the most paramount important things in life. So take care of yourself, do your best, make a difference in the world, take care of the earth, and leave the earth better than you found it. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.